Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a WCAG review of Status Hub, which is a website that talks about server times and what's running and what's not running for that Michigan State University is looking at maybe purchasing and seeing what they want to, if they're going to use it for IT services so that different people in the university can know if servers or services are up and running. So the purpose of this review is for me to check for accessibility issues and recommend to the university if they should get it so that it's universal design so that everyone can be able to function with it and use it properly in any assistive technology or anything because there is no normal. That everyone is able to use this website and can use it equally and with equitousness. I guess my audience is going to be management at my internship and also the university. And I'm going to write this in a memo format for them after I'm done doing this review. And I'm going to send it to them so that they'll be able to review it and they'll be able to decide if they want to purchase it or not. And I prepared for this by reviewing my WCAG standards, for example, focus visible, focus order, color violations, and other things like that. And then I'm also reviewed my notes from the book by Rosenfeld Media called A Web for Everyone. It's a very great book on accessibility and universal design, and I strongly recommend it. And so let me go through and trying some of the different things that we do in a WCAG review. So I'm going to start my focus right here in the Omni box, Omni bar, the URL bar. And I'm going to try tabbing through the site. So the first thing we get is we do get the title, so that's good. And we get the navigation, and we can tell this by the focus visible, which was that blue outline that was surrounding it. So it does have focus visible, so it passes that. And then as I'm going through, it looks like I'm at this different, at the very bottom, at this alumni and advancement message. And then I'm going through, and it's going through the different messages. So far, so good. And it's going through the navigation for each service history, current week, next week, previous week, first week, and so on and so forth, which is going pretty well. And I'm just iterating through the page right now. Oh, looks like I'm stuck. This is what's called a keyboard trap. I was stuck here for a bit, and now finally came down to security and compliance. While it is going through and there is focus visible and there's a proper focus order, it seems there was a keyboard trap. So it's definitely something I'm going to want to write about. And then, and there's another keyboard trap that I just noticed. So after I got to that first navigation, I get stuck, and then I go back to this teaching and learning, and then I assume I'm going to get stuck again, and uh, and now I'm going into the footer. So it looks like in each section there's a keyboard trap that we need to get sorted out, and then I go back to the top. So that works out well. The second thing that I want to talk about is color violation. So we can see here that they're using this blue and this kind of orange, yellow, and this red. Now, these colors seem to be going well in contrast with each other. Maybe the blue not so much with the blue sky background, but definitely the yellow with the green and the red with the green. Although there is a red-green color blindness, so that may not be the proper thing to use. So perhaps this image isn't the best image to use, but definitely this blue and this is not contrasting enough, and this red with the green may be confused with the most common form of color blindness, red-green color blindness. And especially right here with the different status symbols, it's clear that this means down because of the exclamation point icon, which is small. I would make that bigger, but red green can easily be confused, so I'd make sure you're using contrasting ones. Um, a challenge that arose when I was doing this review was that I'm not that aware of color violations, and feedback that I got when I did this review was that I should research more to color violations and I should learn about contrast and more about contrast, the different formulas and the different types of color blindness, and why there not only has to be contrast but warm and cold colors. And how that balance can create enough contrast and create an environment where people can tell what certain things are, just like how someone with color blindness can read a stoplight. and then a skill that I learned is by reviewing certain websites that were recommended to me. I'm going to read more about color violations in the WCAG standard, and also in contrast and other things like that. There isn't any animations or anything on here, so I don't have to worry about any repetitiveness and or infinite animations, which can often be distracting to people with cognitive disabilities. And really, the main issue that I noticed here was the keyboard trap. There was focus visible, as we're seeing here. There's this blue border signifying where we're currently focused, but there was that keyboard trap and some of these color violations. Okay, guys, thank you. Have a good night. Bye.